Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run this one in, and this time he is in. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Wiggles free. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Third down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. To throw once more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
From 6 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
49er.
That one goes for 30 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23.
Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be 49er football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with a B.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. This is the tight end fan. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Coming up at halftime, we'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
Back at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to try and throw on 3rd. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo again. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He completes this to Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. With that one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. On 2nd and 14. Garoppolo.
A loss of 4 yards.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by the...
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it'll be third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Out of the gun now on third down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. And it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Niners 28.
Extra point splits the uprights. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for San Francisco, it's a very important...